So watching and waiting, that is what residents living along the Ohio River are doing today. Just keeping a close eye on the flood level and anticipating the water starting to recede sometime tomorrow morning. Mike Shell is live in the East End. Mike, give us an idea of how far that water is from the actual river, because I can't tell.
Well, Tricia, actually, the water is coming up a little bit here on Worth Street. We actually had to move our camera back. You see the tree line in the far distance. Now, the Ohio River is on the other side of that tree line, so you see how far it has come up. We stopped by a couple of spots on Riverside Drive just to check out the conditions this afternoon. We'll start 1.5 miles back towards downtown at St. Rose Church, then bring you back here and show you what's happening. St. Rosalima Catholic Church on Riverside Drive is always a lookout point when the Ohio River breaches its banks.
It's pretty amazing. Don't want to get too close, though, to be safe.
Peggy Lake lives in Oakley, but often attends Mass at this iconic church.
I took off vacation this week from my job, and just because the weather was going to be this way, and I didn't have to get up and work extra early to be there.
What makes St. Rose Church so historic is that measurements are documented on the back wall dating back to 1883. This flood doesn't come close to reaching the river level during the Great Flood of '37.
And when I look at the sign of how they had it, 1937, the flooding up to the halfway up the church, it's pretty incredible when you just see this part.
A few blocks from the church are Cincinnati Recreation Commission ball fields. Here the ground is unplayable and geese wade through the outfield where ball players usually stand. Further down Riverside Drive, there's a street called Strader. Here, the street and bike path signs are irrelevant, and the soccer fields become better suited for a game of water polo. Peyton Belanger lives near Strader.
The only thing we have in our basement is our water heater, so I think we'll be fine, but some of these houses down here might be in a little trouble.
Like this house at the end of Strader, where the owner says he pulls his possessions out of his basement and puts them on his porch. He says he has an escape plan if the water gets too high. At the house next door, the high water combined with the freezing temperatures have turned the backyard into an ice rink.
Do you get your skates out and start playing on it? I don't think so. This keeps growing, you can't really do anything with it.
I'll tell you what they can't do anything with is this car right here. I spoke to the owner. It is stuck in the freezing water. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it out, but families have lived in this area for generations. I spoke to a couple of them today. They didn't want to go on camera, but they tell me, to us it looks catastrophic, but to them, they just shrug it off and say that's the price they're willing to pay to live along the river. Live in the East End, Mike Shell, Fox 19 Now.
Thank you.